All right, this is week 6. We're doing order of operations. We're also doing stuff with exponents. The basic thing we have to remember this week is please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. So this is 4 steps. The first step, the P stands for parentheses. The second step, E stands for exponents. The third step, M and D is multiply or divide. And we do this left to right. We don't always multiply before we divide. We start on the left, like we read left to right, we multiply and divide left to right. Then the fourth step is we add and subtract left to right, the same thing. Okay, we'll see some examples of that. Okay, first, let's talk about exponents. Rewrite 4 times 4 times 4 times 4 times 4 using an exponent. So my base is 4, and I do 4 times itself 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. So it has an exponent of 5, so it's 4 to the power of 5. Next, evaluate 12 to the power of 2. So we're doing 12 times 12. We're doing it 2 times. So 12 times 12, I know my facts, that's 144. You could show your work there if it's something bigger than that. All right, next, evaluate 10 to the power of 8. So I'm going to do 10 times 10, 8 times. But there's definitely a shortcut for this one. I can write it 8 times. Okay, when we multiply, we can always multiply the first number and then add all the zeros. So we did it 8 times, so there should be 8 zeros. So it's 1 followed by 8 zeros. So there's 3, 6, 7, oh, I don't have enough zeros. So 3, 6, 8 zeros. So the answer is 100 million for that. Alex does not make you put commas in. It might be easier too on that one, just so you can see it divided out. Okay, that's your first 3 questions on your homework. Now let's get into order of operations. Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally, we're starting with parentheses. So what's inside the parentheses? 3 minus 1 is 2. And if you are in my class, you definitely need to show it to me in the funnel, working down 1 step at a time. So our first step we're doing is parentheses. 3 minus 1, 2. Now my parentheses are gone. Okay, show me all of that work. We're funneling it down. Okay, this one we don't have to funnel. This one is good to rewrite off to the side. This one takes a little longer. I'm not going to do all of them. Order of operations, add or subtract left to right. We subtract first, and then we add. We don't always add before we subtract. Okay, this other one, 15 minus 7 plus 2. Well, we have parentheses, so now we do 7 plus 2 first. So 10 is greater than 6. We always eat the bigger one. Our shark here or our alligator here always eats the bigger answer. Okay, so we can do that for the other ones too. Show your work on that. I'm going to keep going because I know if you write that one down, you'll get that one right. Next, evaluate 31 minus 5 times 3. Order of operations, no parentheses, no exponents. There is a multiplication here. So we do that first. 39 minus 15. 39 minus 15 is 24. Here's my funnel. Next one's a longer one. Please don't fight me on this. Show all your work, show all your steps. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 operations, so I should see 1, 2, 3, 4 steps. First one, no parentheses, no exponents, multiply or divide, left to right, that's first. So that's 18 plus 20 divided by 4 plus 5. Order of operations, multiply or divide. There's a divide. So that's 18 plus 5 plus 5. Now we add or subtract left to right. So we add first. We add there. There's your answer. There's our funnel. Okay, question 8. Ooh, now we've got double parentheses. We have parentheses inside parentheses. So our first step, I better write it. You want to really be careful that you write it all. I like to write it without the parentheses first and then add the parentheses. Okay, so then we have my inside parentheses, and then I've got my outside inside brackets. So I gotta go to the inside ones first. 16 minus 3 is 3, so now I can rewrite it without that. But I still gotta keep my brackets. So I'm gonna do, I can't get rid of these brackets because I have 2 steps inside of them here. So first I'm gonna multiply before I subtract. And again, I still have those brackets. Don't get rid of those. We still have to finish off inside. So there's your answer. Okay, number 9 is the same as 8, same type of problem. It's on there twice. So we're gonna do the inside first, then we'll do all of this, and then last we'll multiply by 2. Same type of problem, I'm not gonna show you twice on your homework. Number 10 and 11, 8 plus 8 squared divided by 4. Parentheses, nothing, exponents, right here. We're gonna do that first. 8 squared is not 16. 8 times 8 is 64. So 8 plus 64 divided by 4. Multiply before, or multiply and divide before we add and subtract. So that's our next step. 64 divided by 4 is 16. 8 plus 16 is 24. Okay, last question. Similar question. Now this is one part that I know some of you are going to ask me about, and we'll talk about it a lot during the week. That dot means multiply. So it's 4 plus 2 times 6 squared. That's not a decimal. A decimal would be down lower. Okay, so first, exponents. 4 plus 2 times 6 squared is 36. Next, multiply before we add. 2 times 36 is 72. Your answer is 76. Make sure you show your steps. Okay, show your work and you'll do great. All right, thanks.